Easy said. This is the top 25 greatest sports performances ever, part 1. Starting at number 25. On January 26, 2024, Luka Doncic dropped 73 points, 10 rebounds, and 7 assists against the Hawks while shooting over 75% from the field. One of the most efficient scoring explosions in NBA history. At 24 on January 22, 1989, Jerry Rice dominated Super Bowl 23 with 11 catches, 215 receiving yards, and a touchdown, leading the 49ers to another championship and delivering the greatest Super Bowl performance ever by a wide receiver. At 23 on October 8, 1956, Don Larson threw the only perfect game in World Series history. 27 up, 27 down. Baseball immortality. At 22 on July 11, 1989, Bo Jackson stole the show at the MLB All-Star Game with a leadoff homer. A stolen base and MVP honors, pure athletic greatness. At 21 on April 3, 2018, Cristiano Ronaldo shocked the football world with one of the greatest goals ever scored. A bicycle kick against Juventus in the Champions League that even the opposing crowd applauded. At 20 on July 23, 1996, Kerry Strug landed the gold-clinching Olympic vault on an injured ankle, securing Team USA's first women's gymnastics team gold medal. At 19 on June 6, 2001, Allen Iverson dropped 48 points and 5 steals against Shaq and Kobe in the NBA Finals, ending the Lakers' perfect playoff run and giving us the legendary step-over moment. At 18 on June 18, 2000, Tiger Woods destroyed the field at the US Open, winning by 15 strokes, still the most dominant major championship performance in golf history. And at 17 on August 22, 2023, Ja Wilson erupted for 53 points and 7 rebounds while tying the WNBA single-game scoring record against the Dream. At number 16. On June 22, 1986, Diego Maradona gave us the most controversial and greatest goal in soccer history, in the same game. First came the hand of God. Then minutes later he dribbled through nearly the entire England defense for the goal of the century. At 15 on February 5, 2017, Tom Brady completed the greatest comeback in Super Bowl history. Down 28-3 against the Falcons, Brady threw for 466 yards and led New England to the first overtime win in Super Bowl history. At 14 on December 18, 2022, Lionel Messi completed football. 2 goals in the World Cup final, a penalty shootout win over France, and the one trophy that completed his legendary career. At 13 on August 16, 2008, Michael Phelps somehow won Olympic gold in the 100-meter butterfly by 1/100th of a second, keeping his historic 8 gold medal run alive. At 12 on August 16, 2009, Usain Bolt ran 9.58 seconds in Berlin. Still the fastest time ever recorded by a human being. A world record that almost looks unreal even today. At 11 on July 6, 2008, Roger Federer and Rafael Nadal battled through darkness, rain delays, and nearly 5 hours in what many still call the greatest tennis match ever played. At 10 on July 14, 2019, Novak Djokovic saved championship points against Federer before winning the longest Wimbledon final in history in a match filled with non-stop pressure and impossible shot-making. And at number 9, on June 9, 2000, Shaquille O'Neal completely destroyed the Pacers in the NBA Finals with 40 points, 24 rebounds, and one of the most physically dominant performances basketball has ever seen. At number 8, on August 4, 2012, Serena Williams completely destroyed Maria Sharapova 6-0, 6-1 in the Olympic gold medal match. One of the most dominant championship performances tennis has ever seen. At 7 on March 10, 2026, Bam Adebayo shocked the basketball world with 83 points against the Wizards in a historic scoring explosion nobody saw coming. At 6 on January 22, 2006, Kobe Bryant dropped 81 points against the Raptors, the second highest scoring game in NBA history. At 5 on June 19, 2016, LeBron James delivered one of the greatest finals performances ever with 41 points against the 73-win Warriors, helping complete the legendary 3-1 comeback. At 4 on April 20, 1986, Michael Jordan scored 63 points against the Celtics in the playoffs, still the highest scoring playoff game ever. At 3 on March 2, 1962, Wilt Chamberlain scored 100 points in a single NBA game, a record that still feels impossible over 60 years later. At number 2, on June 11, 1997, Michael Jordan gave us the flu game. Exhausted, dehydrated, barely able to stand, and still dropped 38 points in the NBA Finals. And at number 1, on August 16, 2008, Usain Bolt changed sports forever. 9.69 seconds. Olympic gold. World record. And he started celebrating before crossing the finish line. The greatest sports performance ever. On VSN.